The first exercise is a sit-up. The sit-up is an abdominal endurance training exercise to strengthen, tighten and tone abdominal muscles. It is similar to a crunch, but sit-ups have fuller range of motion and condition additional muscles. Let's see how to do it.
Hi, here's how to do a sit-up. Seated position, you're going to roll down slowly one vertebrae at a time. This is a little more challenging move than the crunch. Feet are going to go onto the floor comfortably. Knees are going to be a fist distance apart. You can scan the hands up the thighs, slowly coming up to a seated position. As you come back down, the spine rolls. Think about a strong C curve. So once you think about tucking under the hips, lifting up slowly, shoulders are down the spine, away from the ears. We want to avoid choking the neck. Let everything relax. If you need to modify, you're grabbing onto the thighs as you come up. Exhale and inhale as you lower. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can take the arms over the head. This is called a roll up or sit up, full sit up. Shoulders down the spine. You tuck the chin, slowly lift it up, and then roll it back down. Option is to straighten out the legs fully. This is a little bit more challenging. You want to avoid jerking, so try not to do a movement like this. We want to avoid swinging and pulling forward. Take it nice and slow, shoulders down the spine, hollow out the stomach. You're leading with the center of your stomach, rectus abdominals, and then tuck and come back down. Again, enforcing that C curve. So your two variations, bent knees, lifting up and lowering down, or straight legs, lifting up and lowering down. And that is how you do your sit-up.
The second exercise is leg raises. The leg raises is a strength training exercise which target the ilio poses. Leg raises are simple and effective move to target your abs and build core strength. Let's see how to do it.
Now I'm going to demonstrate how to do a leg raise. Okay, you're going to lie down. Okay, for us we're going to put our hands behind the lower back or slightly underneath near the glutes to give support for the lower back. Because this exercise, primarily you're targeting the lower abdominals, so it puts a little bit more stress in the lower back if you don't have a strong core. So keep your knees slightly bent, come down. The lower you bring your legs to the floor, obviously the more resistance it's going to cause in the lower abdominals. So you can start here and just come straight up. Okay, it's down slow again. Come up faster as you go down. So your negatives are always a little slower than the positives. Exhale on the positive. Down slow. Okay. Remember, knees bent. If you start to feel a little bit of strain in the lower back, that'll take off some of the pressure in the lower back. Okay, do high repetitions. Try to do about 15 to 20 repetitions. And that's how you do a leg raise.
The third exercise is mountain climber. Mountain climbers are great for building cardio endurance, core strength and agility. You can work several different muscles groups with mountain climber. It's almost like getting a total body workout with just one exercise. Let's see how to do it.
Mountain climbers are a great total body exercise. You're going to be utilizing your core because you're starting from a plank position. Your shoulders have to stabilize your upper body. Your triceps have to work isometrically to keep you in place. And then you're going to be moving your legs, so you're getting some work in the hip joint. And also, because you're usually doing them pretty quickly, it becomes a very cardiovascular type movement. So getting into your plank position, hands a little wider than your shoulders, abdominals are braced, and then you're going to draw one knee in without lifting the hips up. So you might kind of feel like your legs are skimming the floor. If you're not that flexible, you take it to whatever range you can without the hips elevating. So your mountain climber might start here, it might come all the way in. That's just a flexibility issue. And you're gonna alternate legs. The faster you go, the more that heart rate's gonna come up. Again, keeping the arms over or the shoulder over your wrist is really key to being able to maintain the plank. So you're looking not for your hips to be in the air, but for your hips to be low and your core contracted. And then just moving in and out nice and quickly, getting that action in the legs, getting the action in the arms. Just a great total body exercise.
The fourth exercise is an oblique crunch. Oblique crunch is a great way to improve your overall core strength and tone up your abdominal muscles. Can you do a crunch? Comment me below. Let's see how to do
And
it.
I'm going to show you an elbow to knee oblique crunch. In the oblique crunch, you're going to work these muscles right here. So the abdominals come through right here, and the obliques wrap around right through here. So working through the waist. And I want to point out that in order to have the definition come through, it's really comes through eating healthy as well. So once you start eating healthier, you're going to start seeing the definition come through in your body. This is going to tone the muscle, make it nice and strong and tight. So what you're going to do, you're going to lay all the way down, bring your hands behind your head with your knees bent, your low back is flat, and you're going to keep one elbow on the ground. You're going to bring the opposite elbow towards the knee, and exhale out the mouth. Inhale and exhale as you bring in the knee towards the elbow. Now you might not have the flexibility to bring your knee all the way to your elbow at this point, but you'll work up to it. So what you can do is you can change this up. You can do a count of 8, and then do a count of 8 on the other side, and then you can do a count of 4 on this side, and then 4 on the other side, then 2, and then 2 on the other side, and then alternate it up. So you could do that alternating for 8 counts, and then start over again for a whole nother set of 8, then 4, then 2, and then alternate again. And you will feel the burn into your waist.
The fifth exercise is a reverse crunch. The reverse crunch is a core exercise that targets the muscles of the lower abdomen. Let's see how to do it.
I'm going to show you how to do a reverse crunch. Reverse crunches use the transverse abdominals, which is the deepest muscle in our stomachs. Relax all the way down on your back, bring in your knees up. Hands are going to go comfortably behind the back of your head. Make sure that you don't lace your fingers. Keep the fingers spread out nice and wide. Thumbs behind your ears. Support your head like it's a ball. Heels can be next to your buttocks or up in a 90-degree angle, whatever you're comfortable with. You can also cross at the ankles if you want. We're just going to exhale as you lift chest to thighs, and inhale, stretch it out. We want to stretch out so that the knees go in line with the hips, and then we come back up. So just think about a nice strong crunch in the middle, nose to knees, and release. The chin needs to be slightly lifted off the collarbone. Elbows out nice and wide. We want to avoid bringing the elbows to the kneecaps. All in the center of the stomach, trying to get the lower portion of your abs. Try to avoid pulling the bottom up off the floor and springing in the back. We just simply want to lift up high enough to press into the lower portion of your stomach. Repetitions are completely your call. Repeating up to fatigue. Maximum is probably going to be about 50. If you just begun, it's 8 to 12 reps. Exhale as you lift and inhale as you lower. So your key pointers. Lengthen until you get to your hips, knee and hip. As you come in, it's chest to thighs, elbows out wide, shoulder blades are going to lift up off the floor. Another thing to remember is breathing out as you come up and in as you come down. Third thing to remember, chin is off the chest. Eyes are going to gaze right past the knees. And that is how you do your reverse crunch.